All right, let's talk about something I'm pretty sure we've all felt. That feeling of just digital overload. You know, when you feel like you're constantly plugged in. But what if the best way to hit the reset button isn't some big public announcement? What if it's something quiet, something just for you? That's what we're going to get into.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever been, deep in a scroll, you finally put your phone down, you look up, and the real world just feels a little flat, a little boring, like it just can't compete with all the nonstop action on your screen? Yeah, if you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not the only one.
And here is the absolute key to understanding this whole thing. It is not a personal failure. This isn't about you not having enough willpower. It's a mismatch in our biology. I mean, our brains, with their ancient wiring, they were never ever built to handle the constant high-speed information fire hose that is the modern internet.
And that mismatch, well, it creates this vicious cycle, this feedback loop. We're calling it the scroll boredom cycle. So let's break down what's actually going on here and why it makes just, normal life feel kind of less exciting.
I love this analogy. Think about it like this. If you ate nothing but super sweet candy all day long, an apple would probably taste pretty bland, right? Well, it's the exact same idea with our attention. Our online feeds are literally engineered to be a never-ending buffet of novelty and excitement. And what that does is it raises the bar for what our brains find interesting. So suddenly the simpler, slower stuff in real life, it starts to feel a little dull.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty science of it all. What is actually, chemically, happening inside your brain that creates this whole scroll boredom cycle?
So the big scientific term for this is dopamine desensitization. Now, you've probably heard dopamine called the pleasure chemical, but it's really more about motivation, about wanting things. When we're getting this constant drip, drip, drip of tiny rewards, a like here, a new post there, a funny video, our brain just gets overwhelmed. It's too much. So to protect itself, it dials down its own sensitivity. And the result? Now you need more and more of that stimulation just to feel the same level of, ooh, that's interesting.
And this comparison here just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got a healthy dopamine response. You can find real joy in simple things, right? A great conversation, a walk outside. But on the other side, with a desensitized response, your brain is just constantly jonesing for that next digital hit. The simple stuff just doesn't cut it anymore. And that's a huge deal. It's a fundamental change in how we actually experience the world around us.
Okay, now that might sound a little bleak, I get it. But here's the really good news. Our brains are amazing. They are so adaptable. This isn't a permanent state. So that brings us to the real question. What can we do? How can we actively protect our brain's natural sensitivity to joy and motivation? Well, the solution is honestly kind of elegant and way simpler than you might think. It's not about making some big dramatic announcement to the world. It's about a much more personal and way more powerful strategy, the quiet digital detox.
You know what I'm talking about with the loud detox, right? We've all seen that post, I'm taking a break from social media. A lot of the time, the focus there is external. It's about performing the break for other people. But the quiet detox, it's the complete opposite. The focus is 100% inward. It's about taking back control of your own mental space, for you, without needing anyone else to even notice.
And look how straightforward this is. Step 1. Just go through your feeds and quietly mute any account that makes you feel drained or anxious or even a little bit jealous. No big unfollow drama, just a silent click. Step 2, pop open your email and just go on an unsubscribing spree. All those newsletters you never read, gone. Be ruthless about it. And then step 3, and this is the most important part, you do it all silently. No announcement. This is not for them. This is for you.
So why is that silence so critical? This is where we get to the real heart of this whole idea. It's this powerful concept that silence isn't just nothing. Silence is momentum.
Yeah, check this out. Silence is momentum for your private plans. Just let that sink in for a second. Think about it. When you tell everyone about your big plans, you get this little rush, right? A little hit of dopamine, like you've already accomplished something. But when you just get to work quietly, all that energy, all that focus goes directly into making it happen. That's where real momentum comes from.
So yeah, silence is the key, because every single time you have to explain yourself or manage someone else's reaction to what you're doing, you're burning mental energy. By just moving quietly, you skip all of that.
You get to redirect all that precious focus inward. You create the breathing room, the mental space to actually work on your own goals and figure out what you truly want, far away from the noise of everyone else's opinions.
And this really is the ultimate point of the whole thing. Your focus, your attention, it's the most valuable and limited resource you have. A quiet detox is all about making a conscious choice to reclaim that resource from the digital world and reinvest it where it really counts, in your own life, your own projects, and your own peace of mind.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. If you took back all that attention, all that energy that's currently scattered all over your social feeds and your inbox, what would you do with it? What's that big idea you'd finally have the space to tackle? Seriously, what could you build with your silent momentum?